What are you hearing is the criteria that would satisfy all of council?
Thank you. Ms. Anderson?
Through the chair, there is absolutely no clear criteria, and you will never find a place for a permanent emergency shelter where you will not have people speak out against it. I've been trying to take notes to really try and understand the categories of where there's, I think, reticence about moving forward with it. I've heard conversations about it's the wrong location, and I think this amendment motion is addressing that. We've had conversations about, is it provincial downloading? And for those that believe it is, not wanting to fund something that is a provincial responsibility. I've also heard questions around, has administration really actually done all of the work and the right work? And so I'm not just hearing ambiguity around what makes a suitable permanent shelter. I'm also hearing a variety, frankly, of categories of the resistance to doing it.
Okay.
And with this amendment, I would be somewhat baffled as to how to actually find something, like of all of those things listed, if it's really about the location, the reason that I put option 4 as the least favorable is this is frankly as good as it gets related to a location. We will never, ever find a space that the neighborhood unanimously loves and approves.
So I'll buy the first 2 rounds of beers for the staff who come forward with a recommendation that satisfies everyone, and we see 0 delegations opposed. So to Councillor Hawkins, because you've spoken to this and talked all of a sudden about the unsuitability, what is the criteria for this location works? You want to have a suitable location, you want to have a permanent shelter. What is the criteria that would satisfy you when this comes back?
Councillor Hawkins, could you speak to that right now?
It's not my amendment, and I'm not sure I understand the focus on criteria. I think what I would say is we would want a location. I don't accept the premise that there's no alternatives out there.
Fair. What is...
So I think that there's more work to be done, productive work, with the province, looking at zoning with a clear understanding of how much money is on the table, 1.5, 3, whatever. So I don't think this is about the criteria. I think it's about finding a location that will, in the mover's words, be practicable.
Okay, thank you. So, you know,
I also think that it becomes much easier if we're not tied up in legal forms, such as taking title. I think we open up options if we talk about investment. Then I think we get to more possibilities for permanent shelter space.
so just because through the chair you've indicated you would support this, you can't provide anyone some guidance on what is suitable. I'm saying this because you and I shared the same vocation. I'm not falling for the rhetoric. I need specifics.
I don't share your vocation. I'm a lawyer.
You were a professor.
A professor of?
X.
Called how many law societies?
All right, so you were just it's all about sophistry. So, but I need some guidance. This comes back. I'm forcing you to be honest, Councillor. This comes back. Will you approve this? What is the suitable location?
Councillor Stevens, every word I've said in my 12 years on this council has been my honest expression of opinion.
Fair.
I will be honest
Debatable.
in saying that I think Councillor LeBlanc and I are very close to agreement. I would just hope we could get there. And the word investment, for me, opened up options for a permanent shelter space. And that's neither sophistry or dishonesty.
Thank you. So this comes back with another location. So the agreement in principle would be we would approve it, provided it meets some suitability criteria. Fair. I can kind of buy this.